if you look at my history, I've lived in warm weather, so it's very difficult for me to live in a cold climate like I'm
Right now you
living
are in
now.
Michigan, which is like always negative. Like, how do you feel about that?
It is very cold and it has just started snowing in Michigan, and I'm definitely not liking this weather, but I really love my job and I love what I'm doing, so that's what keeps me going every day.
Hey guys, this is Vatsal Rawal again, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in another episode, in which we are going to talk with a person who is into United States for more than 4.5 years, and she was also a student once, and she completed her masters from University of Houston, Clear Lake. So today we are going to talk with her and get to know more about her experience in University of Houston as a student, and also what are the different things that we as a student should know if some of you guys are like willing to go to University of Houston for your further education. So we are going to cover everything starting from coursework to cost, rent, and also what are the job prospects after that. So let's go join her on the webcam.
Okay. Hey everyone, good morning. Today we have Madhvi Krishna with us. Madhvi, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Vatsal. Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone. This is Madhvi. I'm working as a product manager in a renowned automobile company in Dearborn, Michigan. I've completed my master's in the field of engineering management from University of Houston at Clear Lake. I pursued my undergrad degree in electronics and instrumentation from SRM University in Chennai.
Thank you, Madhvi, for joining us today, and I think it will be very good video for people who are trying to consider coming to University of Houston for their education. So, guys, in this video, we will try to cover each and everything that, as an international student, you should know, and I think Madhvi will help us understand each and every parameter as much as she can. And we will try to cover everything starting from living cost to rents to job opportunities in this video. So please do watch this video until the end. So Madhvi, one interesting thing, why don't you give us a little bit introduction about your university?
Yeah, sure. So the University of Houston was actually established for the NASA employees. Just for you all to know that Houston, the city of Clear Lake, is a home to the Johnson Space Center. So this university was actually established for the employees of NASA to prepare for their research and graduate programs. And then eventually it led to the establishment of this university as a whole for undergrad and postgraduate programs.
Wow, that is very interesting to know. I think NASA is very close to your university, right? University of Houston.
Right. NASA is just about 5 miles from the University of Houston Clear Lake. So there are a lot of NASA employees in and around the place. And that's why this area particularly is growing a lot.
So, Madhu, here I'm listening very interesting information from your side. I think you completed your bachelor's in the core engineering field, and you pursued and you decided to pursue your master's into like kind of engineering management. How did that switch happen, and or what was the reason you decided to do that?
That's a very good question, Vatsal. So, when I completed my undergrad in 2016, it was a completely core and a technical field. But I'm a person who believes that every job opportunity or every industry that you work in requires management aspects to it as well. So that led me to choose engineering management because it has subjects such as organizational management, technology planning and management, project management, which is very, very essential if you want to work in a big corporate company.
Okay, that is I think a very good explanation of why people can choose different fields even though they completed their basic or bachelor education in different fields. So that's the, I think, flexibility of United States where you can choose any field that you are interested in, and I think you can forget about that you have to have this education, we continue. So I think that's the more flexibility that USA offers.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us, like, what was your actual school requirements, to get into University of Houston's engineering management program? Why don't you share your score profiles for our audience?
So the basic requirement, the basic GRE requirement for University of Houston is 290. So I scored 300 in my GRE, and you have to get 6.5 and above in your IELTS with six minimum in every band. And also the University of Houston also accepts GMAT, where the minimum cutoff score is 500 for this particular course.
Okay. I think that gives a general idea for students who actually want to pursue that engineering management course. Wow. So let's talk a little bit about your student life. How when you got into your University of Houston, and I think when you started actually living there, right? So what was your motive, or what was your process of finding a house? And we would like to know a little bit about rent cost. Because it's the most expensive thing that any student has to bear. I think rent is the most expensive thing based upon my experience, I would say. So, what was the usual rent that you were paying, or were you staying on campus or off campus, and what was your experience with that?
So when I decided that I would pursue my master's from UHCL, I had a variety of options to live. The University of Houston has also an on-campus housing where majority of students choose to live. The advantage being that this particular on-campus housing is just 5 minutes walkable distance from the university. So I think that is a very, very good advantage, since a lot of students do not have their own transportation, or they want to save time. You can spend time at the library and just walk back to your apartment. So the on-campus housing is also known as the University Forest. The University Forest has various options that you can choose from. They have studio apartments, they have 2 BHK apartments and 4 BHK apartments. They also have options such as furnished and non-furnished apartments. If you opt for furnished apartments, they provide you with a couch, a study table, and a bed. Whereas if you choose a non-furnished apartment, you need to get your own furniture. Either way, I think living on campus is very much beneficial if you want to save time traveling to and fro from the university. The rent that I was paying was around say $700 for a 2 BHK furnished apartments. For the studio apartments, the rent starts from around $900 based on its furnished or unfurnished. And also for a 4 BHK apartment, it's around $500, again, based on your option for a furnished and a non-furnished apartments. Apart from that, the University of Houston, Clear Lake, is situated in such an area where you have many other communities close by, such as, to name a few, the Ivy Apartments, the Cove Apartments, the Lakeshore Apartments. These apartments are situated about 10 to 12 minutes from the university, where the students usually can walk or take a shuttle from the university. And that's a very, very good thing that the university provides to all the nearby communities. And also, apart from that, the campus is situated to all the nearby restaurants, medical centers. There are grocery stores such as Walmart, Kroger, Target within just 5 miles from the university. So that is the reason why I chose this particular university, because of its placement and the situation in the area.
Yeah, I think this remind me of my life as a student as well. When you stay on campus, it gives you more of a student experience because you actual your roommates will actually be maybe from different countries, maybe from your country, but maybe from different countries who will share food, their lifestyles with you. And I think it's the best experience as an international student I received at that point. But Madhvi, here I think we have to focus on one thing, that the cost difference is a very big parameter in on-campus and off-campus housings. So for us, like when I moved out of the on-campus housing, I was only paying around $300 a month versus $780 a month, right? So do you have any experience on like how was your off-campus housings experience, if you ever stayed outside, or if not, then like what was the regular rate that generally students pay for off-campus housings?
Yeah, that's a very good point, Vatsal, because there is a major difference when you choose to live on campus, whereas you choose to live off campus. Definitely, the rent on campus is a slightly higher than off campus because of its proximity to the university. They have their own clubhouse where the RAs organize activities every month, so you get to interact with a lot of foreign students. But on the other hand, if you choose to stay off campus, the rent is slightly lower. In Texas, predominantly the cost of living being very low, the cost for a 2 BHK apartment would be around 700 to $800, which is usually shared between 3 to 4 students. So it might come up to $300 per month, which is very, very minimum.
Yeah, I think that's most of the students do in their student life. You can save as much money as you can, but if money is the not factor for you, and I think if you want a little bit privacy, then you can go and opt for private room and probably save on some other things like groceries. And I think that's a pretty important information for our audience. Moving forward to our student life, Madhvi, I think this is the most important question that I was asked several times from many of other people who actually requested this video. Like, what was the on-campus earning opportunities, right? As you are a student, you, of course, your parents or will help you pay fees, but you are you like able to earn some money by doing on-campus student jobs?
Sure, Vatsal. I think on-campus jobs play a very, very big role in every student life because coming from back in India, we want to save some money for ourselves other than just paying the fees for the university and your rent and your daily expenses. So UHCL has various on-campus opportunities. Like I personally worked in a bookstore as a stalker, and like as you mentioned, every person has the minimum wage, and I was paid $7 per hour. But this also depends on the nature of your job and the place where you're working at. So UHCL predominantly has on-campus jobs in its bookstore, the cafeteria, the library, the gymnasium, and also in the dean of students. These opportunities keep opening at a very frequent interval of time. So I would suggest everyone who's watching this video to just keep a lookout at the website continuously, because as and when the requirement is there, they keep posting jobs, and it's always on first come first serve basis. So it is always better to keep looking out for on-campus jobs. Apart from that, you can also work as a teaching assistant, which is called as a TA, and a research assistant, which is known as an RA. But these two jobs are specific to the professor and specific to the subject. So it is always better to check with your professor before applying to these jobs.
Yeah, I think that's pretty important factor, and I think as you mentioned, Madhvi, specifically that some jobs has different pay rates versus some has like really high pay rate, and I think it depends on the quality of the job that that is given to you. Like I also worked in like as a cook in one of the restaurants where I was making around 11 $12 an hour. But after, as I graduated into next semesters, I started working as TA, and I was also a grader. So I was making around $18 to $20 per hour. So I think it's very much important for all of you guys who are watching these videos to contact your professors. Just establish that rapport with them. And if you have some teaching experience in India, then you can just go ahead and prove that you can do this. And I think it's very easy to receive TA sheet and grading opportunities for master students specifically, because you can grade and teach bachelor students. So you have that opportunity. So Madhvi, I have heard that Texas is a big, like giant student city, right? Student state, sorry. So I think there are so many universities and all. So do you think that it creates a competition in the job market, but at the same time, there are enough jobs in the market, right? That all the students are like able to get the job in Texas. So what is your thought on that, and what is your experience?
Like you rightly mentioned, right? Texas is a hub of universities. It is a student state, where there are a lot of universities. So as a result of that, the job market is also very high. Coming to UHCL, at the end of every semester, they have a placement program where companies that are local to Houston, they come over and they take the students' resume, shortlist the students, they have their interview process, and so and so. But apart from that, even if you do not get selected in the placement process, Texas as a whole is a place where the job opportunities are growing at a very fast pace. And just to mention that it is also in the top 10 states in the United States where the growth is at a very high pace.
Wow.
So Texas is a home to major companies such as Dell, American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, AT&T, T-Mobile, ExxonMobil, just to name a few of them. They also have a company such as Lockheed Martin, Jacobs, which are more towards the defense, but there are a lot of technology jobs as well in those companies. So that's why I think though there is a lot of competition because of many universities, but there is no lack of job. You will definitely find a job if you reside in Texas. Um, and if you're also looking for a change of career, then that will also aid. If you're looking for a career growth, then Texas has jobs for every field.
Yeah, and I think you touched a very good point there. I think Texas is placed in such a good environment that there are more companies are like trying to establish their new branches there. I think I heard that Amazon also has a couple of campuses there. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, that's correct. Actually, Amazon actually launched its two new offices in Dallas Fort Worth area and in the Austin area.
Okay.
So it is just growing at a very good pace, and I think a lot of people are, they're able to find jobs very easily compared to other states in the United States, like New York or the Midwest, where it's slightly hard. The the looking at the weather in Texas and looking at all the just the right placement of the city, and having three major cities, that is Dallas, Houston, and Austin, Texas is one of the best place to start your career in.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good thing that you touched. I think just like California is like like heaven for IT kind of jobs, Texas is known for its own like industrial kind of jobs. There are like plenty and thousands of jobs out there for recent grads. Yeah, I think Madhvi, this was a pretty good conversation, and I think to sum it up, I would ask you a pretty like straightforward question. What were the main three things that attracted you to choose Texas for your masters? you came from India, like there are 50 states. What was the reason? What were three main reasons that you chose Texas?
Okay, so the three main takeaways why I chose Texas as a place to pursue my master's is because, first thing, coming from an international student who has grown up in India, the weather plays a very, very important role. So the weather in Texas is very similar to the weather in India. It has a more of a moderate and a tropical climate. So there is no need to adjust when it comes to weather. Secondly, Texas has an ample job market. So once you graduate from your master's, you will definitely find a job within 2 to 3 months, and that is for sure because the companies keep recruiting. They have a lot of jobs that keep opening on a day-to-day basis. So all you have to do is just keep looking out, just keep applying, just keep working hard, and you will definitely land a job in a very, very good corporate company. And also the third thing is that the cost of living in Texas is very, very low than other states like New York, New Jersey, Chicago, California. The cost of living in Texas is very less.
Okay, so I think this is the main three reasons for choosing Texas, and I think that's the very good explanation why weather is so much important for us, being an Indian. And I think why don't you tell audience where you are actually from? You grew up in a like more like warm place than India, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I actually grew up in the Middle East in Qatar. I went to school from first grade to 12th grade in Qatar, and then I moved back to India to pursue my undergrad in SRM University from Chennai. And then I moved to Texas to pursue my master's in engineering management. So if you look at my history, I've lived in warm weather, so it's very difficult for me to live in a cold climate like I'm
Right now you
living
are in
now.
Michigan, which is like always negative. Like, how do you feel about that?
It is very cold and it has just started snowing in Michigan, and I'm definitely not liking this weather, but I really love my job and I love what I'm doing, so that's what keeps me going every day.
Okay, I think that's very much motivational, and I think how you have to change your perception towards things when you are moving forward with your life. I think Madhvi, that is all from our side. I think we will invite you for the later videos, definitely, because I think you are a very good candidate for our audience when it comes to choosing a job, how to apply for OPTs, and how what is the scenarios for H1. I think you will be able to answer those questions very clearly and very interestingly. So thank you so much for joining us today, and I think we would definitely appreciate your future help as well. And apart from that, I would definitely post your links for LinkedIn. And if you guys want to see her cooking, and she is a very good cook, and she has her own Instagram page, I will post a very small video and also link down below. So if you really want to follow her, and I think she has helped us, we should help her as well. So you can just go and check her out on her cooking page and follow her as well.
Thank you, Vatsal. It was great talking to you, and all you guys who are watching this video. Share this video to with your friends, family, cousins, brother, sister, who all are planning to pursue their masters in the field of engineering management from University of Houston Clear Lake. Also, comment if you have any additional information that you would like to share that will help our international students. And also share to Vatsal's channel. Hey there, it's America. I think he's doing a fabulous job.
Thank you so much, Madhvi, for the great promotion. And I think that's it for the video. Take care. Bye bye.
You got me like crazy.